Yeah. It all started with two old friends, Kevin the drinker and Josh the thinker. Then we found ourselves a badass cherub. Let's talk about it. Nonsense, far right, getting strange. We said, you know what fixes this? A dose of common sense, man. Kevin got the jokes, Josh got the facts, calling out the bullshit no matter where it's at. Laughing through the madness, keeping it real. Turned a couple barstool talks into something people feel. Then along came Matt down the middle, dropping truth. Fact-checking machine in a cherub suit. Three regular guys trying to cut through the noise, bringing common sense back, girls and boys. This is the lost art of common sense. Where the world went left, we said, here's the balance. From the bar stool to the microphone, we roast the crazy with the funky tone. Lost art of common sense. Hey, common sense. Hey. A little bit of reason in a world gone wild. Lost art of common sense. Put on that smile. Made government overreach, cancel culture lies, media spin and all the virtue signaling guys. Kevin's laughing, Josh is thinking, Matt's dropping knowledge bombs. Three regular dudes trying to keep the country calm. No script, no filter, just good old common sense. This conservative leaning show won't sit on the fence. This is the lost art of common sense. Where the world went left, we said, here's the balance. From the bar stool to the microphone, we roast the crazy with the funky tone. Lost art of common sense. Hey, common sense. Hey. A little bit of reason in a world gone wild. Lost art of common sense. Come on and smile. Yeah, we started with two, now we got three. Spreading that red pill common sense like a funky decree. Doesn't matter where you're at, left, right, or in between. A little common sense will keep this country clean. This is the lost art of common sense. Kevin, Josh, and Matt, we're making it make sense. Turn the crazy down, turn the laughter up. This funky little show won't ever let you give up. Lost art of common sense. Hey, common sense. We're bringing it back, one episode at a time. The lost art of common sense. Y'all know the vibe. Hello, America. It's time to check the nonsense at the door. Clear the cobwebs between your ears and have a rationalish conversation. This is the lost art of common sense.
So weird. That's right, America. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Josh.
And this is the Lost Art of Common Sense, brought to you by our merch shop. So buy our shit. I think we got some patriotic stuff for coming up for the 4th of July. So maybe check out our shirts, see what you like, see what you don't like. Buy it all, though.
Unapologetic American. Also got a kick-ass, could possibly be the new national anthem song coming out around that time. So you're in for a treat.
It's an exciting time for not only America being 250 years old, but us for maybe making the new national anthem. So that'd be pretty cool. But But yeah, this week, obviously Matt's not here again, but we do have his movie review, and he pre-recorded it, so we'll be sharing that at the end of the show. So make sure to stay around for that. The movie Obsession. So that's what he watched. I don't know what that movie is, so I'm excited to find out.
I do know that he kind of saw it as an autobiography, and he was very thankful that he never actually had the power to make that wish. So,
oh, is it something about wishing?
oh, you know what? That was a private conversation. I wasn't supposed to share that. Shit.
Ooh. I mean, you should probably.
That's my bad. I'm not going to apologize, but I will admit that it was my bad.
Yeah. Well,
But there's some lucky lady that Matt's got an eye on that would like to have the power of that wish.
Well, you know, when he's like the butter god. So I mean, I'm just saying.
Well, that is true.
But this week we are talking a little bit about sports betting. Mainly Brendan Sorsby of Texas Tech. Kind of want to get into this. It's kind of I think larger picture. It's kind of a national thing because of the activist judge. It has all kinds of dynamics to it. I thought it was a very interesting subject, not just for sports, but just in general degeneracy of not only America, but I mean, I just think it's a pretty interesting issue. So we'll get right to it. So Josh, like I was saying, Brendan Sorsby, who he is he's a quarterback for Texas Tech. He played for Indiana and Cincinnati previously. Obviously, you know, as a Texan, you can. Now, I don't know if you do a list.
I mean, I do know all Texans because I live in Texas.
But I mean, not.
So
Yeah, I meant, but you know, as a Texan, maybe that you can't do sports betting on like DraftKings and stuff. There, so he didn't do the betting in Texas.
Oh. Yeah,
but
true.
what he did was he played for Indiana and Cincinnati. So I think both those states, you know, Ohio and Indiana, both allow sports betting. I'm pretty sure. But he was found in the last 3 years to make 9,000 bets. All right, totaling about $90,000 worth of money, and he made 40 plus bets on the team he was playing for. 4 of which he bet against his team or teammate. So what should the consequences be to a person that bets on his team or teammates or against them, I guess?
Well, I mean, based on what happened to Pete Rose, similar to that. I mean, I don't know about the player thing. I guess if he's a quarterback and you're betting against an offensive player.
Yes.
Then
he bet against. He wasn't starting. What he did was he bet against the starting quarterback.
Oh,
yardage and stuff.
I mean, I don't know.
But you could have insider information. What I'm saying is you could have insider information. You know.
Yeah, like couldn't he potentially have legal issues over this?
I don't know, but
I mean, it's kind of like insider trading. It's not like real gambling because you're betting on, like you said, potential inside information. So, I mean, I don't know. I think I don't think you should be able to play football.
Basically, that's what the NCAA ruled, right? So, but then an activist judge came in and said that, you know, it wasn't his fault. He has an addiction.
I'm just waiting for somebody to say that. But you don't understand. He is a victim. 9,000 bets, Kev. You know what that is? That's 9,000 cries for help. And you're over here, you know, and I take it back. He should not only be able to play, he should be able to start.
He never said he had addiction. He never admitted to having addiction until he got caught. So,
it still doesn't matter. That's like letting somebody off for killing someone in a drunk driving accident because they're an alcoholic.
Exactly. So, but basically he said, then there's detriment to his health and, you know, everything else. And that it could be I think, how did the judge say it? It's a detriment to his safety and health because, you know, if he wasn't playing, he wasn't going to make $5 million, which is what Texas Tech's paying him.
Well, I strongly disagree with paying any college player to play any sport, so I don't give a fuck, and I think that's stupid. And, I'm sorry, it's a detriment to your health because you can't make $5 million. And I guess since he can't play football, he can't get a job like the rest of us poors.
But
which
because
makes
he
me
could
care
but
about it
also,
even less.
Because he can't play football this year, he may not get drafted into the NFL. So, I mean, that could be a long term. But I'm saying, hey, sometimes there's consequences to your actions. You know it's wrong to bet on your team. That's it. So
Maybe he's not moral, and maybe that's his weakness.
well, I mean, that would be a weakness to about 50% of the country right now. Do you think this longstanding rule should be changed due to the easy accesses towards gambling? Like every pro team has, or pro league has this rule. You can't bet on sports.
I don't care if they do bet on sports. I don't think you should be able to bet on anything that is associated with your game or your team.
Yes. Like if you bet on, like you're a football player, I don't care if you bet on the NBA. You know, I can give two shits.
I don't care if they want to fucking bet on other football games.
I do. That's different because I mean I'm pretty sure people talk to each other, you know, because
yeah, but at the end of the day, it's still like,
hey, but somebody could be like, I can't bet on my team, but I'll call so and so on, you know, from the Ravens.
they
But,
can do
I
that
played for the
anyway.
Steelers. I know, but they could. I mean, by a buddy, but I mean, you can get caught. But I mean, I don't know. I don't think there should be any. If you get traced back to betting on the league at all, you're playing in. I think that should be a suspension.
See, I mean, I don't care about that as long as their betting doesn't create a conflict. Now, if they now, I guess that's a slippery slope because then if you do that, then you could potentially run into issues like you said, where you call your buddy up on the Ravens and say, "Hey, I got a lot of money on this," or like, and it could create this actual chain of betting.
Yeah,
and insider betting is, I guess, kind of what I would call it.
Like, hey, if he gets sacked 3 times, you know, I get, you know, whatever. I'll just tell my buddy, the offensive guard, to just kind of sidestep it.
So, yeah, I mean, I think it would be dumb and it's kind of hard to hide stuff like that. But
you would think, but it's
people, like everything in life, eventually ruin it. So,
but eventually, if you're making millions of dollars, I don't see, I mean, other than the thrill of gambling, but you're playing a full contact sport. So,
yeah, but it's the same thing as like Winona Ryder shoplifting. It's like,
I guess.
It's like she didn't need to shoplift. I don't know, maybe she did. She stole like $5,000 worth of shit, but it's like she didn't need to do it. She just wanted to do it.
Yeah. But I mean, so half the problem here is Texas Tech is like, oh, the judge ruled it, so, you know, we're good with it. I mean, should the school itself, because wouldn't every game he plays in be like up for question, especially if they lose? Like, let's say he throws 2 interceptions. Like, well, that second one looked kind of suspect. Like, looked like he was aiming at the defender. You know, I mean,
well,
like, did he make money on this? Like, it's, you know, no one's going to trust the game if this is what can happen.
Well, and I don't see, and this is where I think the judicial system is actually getting a little too entangled in
is this
regular life.
Is this the point that is too far?
Well, no, this is just another example of it because, for one thing, I don't understand why a judge has anything to do with this, period. But let's pretend like I don't know anything about college sports. Is this guy any good?
Yeah, he was supposedly going to be a top 1 to 3 round draft pick, first 3rd round draft pick, I think, next year.
All right, so that's
I'm
why
guessing
Texas Tech is fine with it.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. He's a good quarterback, and like basically their team was going to be like not great without him. They're still going to be good, obviously, but because Texas Tech is, you know, wealthy as fuck right now. They're getting a bunch of donations from like this one guy. But I mean,
lot of money.
Who has oil money?
Oh,
oil money.
That's dirty money. That's the best.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, that's why they're so happy about, you know, him betting on things. But I don't know. I mean, it's just, shouldn't the school take some responsibility? Like, hey, yeah, we know this was wrong. You know.
Well, they should, but now I understand why that they're probably the ones that sued.
No, he's the one to sue, but I think he had the backing of the oil guy.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't think.
But shouldn't the school itself be like, and like at the same time, like they're in the Big 12, right? So the SEC and Big 10 are talking about not scheduling Texas Tech for any sport ever, unless they do something about this.
Well, it's the only way you're going to make a change is hit them in the pocketbook because, I mean, yeah, if there was any morality to it, because they're counteracting the reprimand by using the excuse that he has a problem. So what we're doing is helping him. It's like, okay, well, don't kick him out of school and put him in a gambler's
he did go to
class.
rehab for addiction, for gambling addiction. So he's all good now. Like, but I mean, why would you even put him back in a place, in something that he can, if you want him on the team for team sport, that's fine. Just don't play him.
Well, here's the thing, though, especially with the way how easy it is to gamble nowadays. To get out of gambling, you would have to remove yourself from life.
Yeah.
If you have a gambling addiction, it is way too easy to gamble nowadays.
Oh, you can gamble right on your phone. Anything. Sports
Apparently
gambling.
Slot.
I've seen people play. Yeah, I've seen slot things that you can win money. Although I wouldn't do that. I guess those odds are like, like the state slot machines, like the lottery ones.
Mm-hmm.
Those are they pay out about 20 times better than the phone one. So if you do a phone one, I wouldn't do it. That's why I was reading online. So I was thinking about doing it. I was like, oh, I'm bored. I could win some money, but no, they have horrible payoffs.
I'm bored and I hate having money.
Exactly. So I was reading into it, and I was like, no, I'll just go across the river to Illinois and play the slots at a bar or something if I'm really that fucking bored.
Well,
so, but yeah, I mean, everybody hates Texas Tech right now. Everybody. And I think they should. But the biggest thing that makes me laugh is this judge, right? This activist judge. He was called in. He was retired. He was a liberal judge out of like Houston. Houston or Austin, one of the two. I can't remember. But he's like this liberal judge. He's retired now. They called him in. He made this whole like, oh, woe is the kid. He's a victim of, I don't know, being a white rich kid. I don't fucking know. Having too much money from NIL. I don't fucking know. But he got, he's the victim. Poor kid. Yeah, he should be able to play football. But I see everybody, liberals, conservatives, all these people being like, oh, how's this judge going to like make this ruling? I find it hypocritical that people are saying like a judge can't just override like a governmental body of an agency, just because he feels like it, because, but then be like celebrating when a judge, overrides a governmental body of the United States.
Yeah.
I mean, what would you say to those people, Josh? I mean, it's.
Well, a lot of times with all that stuff, they don't give a crap about the inconsistencies and what do you call that? Being a hypocrite and stuff like that. So, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you say because it's, like I said, I don't feel like a judge should have anything to do with this.
No.
Shouldn't technically he call the labor board?
Yeah. I mean, they're not.
He's getting paid to play.
They're not employees though. So
if you're getting paid,
there's
to
no
do
labor
something,
union. There's no like governing like player association in the NCAA.
See, so how does that work? How do you get paid $5 million to play a game in college and you're not a fucking employee?
Because you're making money off your name, image, and likeness. You're not technically getting paid to play the game, but you are getting paid to play the game because the system is broken.
Well, it is broken
it's the
because
Wild West.
It's not just like, because I'm fine with a college player getting paid from like, say, video games, merch sales, anything that is generating revenue based on their likeness and their name. I'm fine with them getting a cut of that. That's fine.
Yeah.
But where do they come up with these set amounts?
I don't know, but the colleges can spend up to $22.5 million on student athletes for compensation, but somehow they're still not employees.
Yeah, there's just
I don't understand it. I don't understand NIL. I don't understand the college landscape right now. It's the Wild West. Then you can get collectives on top of that to pay players extra on top of what the school can pay them, to where there is no set amount or there's no salary cap. There's no. It's ridiculous.
I understand royalties for your likeness and stuff like that. I don't care if EA Sports came out with a high school football game of all of the country's best high school games. Those high schoolers should get a check. If they're going to use their name and likeness in a video game, they should get a check. That's fine. But now they're not paying them, but they've structured it to where basically college sports is a paid to play thing. Kind of like minors is basically what it is. It's because there is no NFL minor league.
No.
Canadian football.
Well, they got the UFL or AFL or whatever the fuck the summer league, whatever it is. Which, I mean, it's not a minor league. It's not associated with the NFL. It's a totally different league, but it's basically.
It's like the SGFL.
I don't know what the fuck
Super
it is.
Gay Football League.
It used to be the XFL.
No, XFL was like the. Hey, but
they resurrected the XFL. Then they had the UFL or AFL. I can't remember what the hell.
Isn't it ran by The Rock now?
Yeah, I think so. So I know St. Louis has an XFL or whatever FL.
St. Louis can go fuck themselves. Well, you know what? The Rams can.
Yeah,
I heard
they have the Battlehawks now for the UFL.
I can't believe
the
Rams.
It is St. Louis Battlehawks.
Stupid.
They're not an NFL team. They're the XFL.
Are the Cardinals going to leave now? And if
Cardinals?
the Cardinals leaves, what's going to happen?
The Cardinals are in Arizona.
What?
Arizona Cardinals.
Shut the fuck up. I'm talking about baseball.
Oh, I thought you were talking about football still.
We were talking about St. Louis. I say Cardinals. What's synonymous with St. Louis and baseball?
Well, the St. Louis Cardinals used to be a football team, though, too, I think.
I don't know about that. Maybe. We want everything to be Cardinals here. We love Cardinals.
We just really love Cardinals.
Well, the Cardinals can't leave because if that happens, I'm not sure what's going to happen to the White Castle right across from the stadium, where if you want the experience of dealing with the most rude people at a fast food restaurant, hit up that freaking White Castle across from the St. Louis.
I just went to a Cardinals game a couple weeks ago.
Was it in St. Louis?
Yes.
Did you go to the White Castle across the street afterwards?
No. We went to a Cardinal, or what is it? The Cardinal, whatever their like gazebo thing or whatever. I don't know what the hell it is.
You know, how is it that I hear all these people up in St. Louis working and they all get to go to a baseball game? You know who's never been asked to go to a baseball game?
Have you been to St. Louis?
Yes.
Yeah, go during baseball season.
Well, I'm not.
It was like $37 a ticket. We sat on the rooftop. We got free beer
because nobody wants to go there.
Because there's free beer, there was free food, and.
Are you in the stadium?
We were just outside the stadium to the Cardinals, so we're doing the rooftops basically.
Oh, they're not.
It was like $37. It was like $37 a ticket for all the beer you could drink.
And they're not as cheap as the Chicago Cubs, I guess, and try to put up blocking screens.
Well, it's their whatever. It's part of the Cardinals. Like the Cardinals own this thing.
Oh.
So, it's cool. It was fun.
I don't care if I was up there during the winter. I'm just saying I've never been asked.
Well, you got to be up there during baseball season.
Says you.
Well, sense this logic. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. So back to this. I just find it funny that people, the same as with these liberal judges and, going against, the only people who are supporting this judge right now are people who support Texas Tech. This, everybody who, every injunction on the president right now, the only people supporting it are far left liberals. So.
I'm trying to remember where Texas Tech is.
It's in Lubbock, you idiot.
No. Oh, yes. Yeah, it is in Lubbock. I was thinking of Texas A&M. I do not like Texas Tech because I hate Lubbock. So
there you go.
The fact that shithole town has a college with that much prominence just annoys the shit out of me.
Not only it has a shit ton of money. A shit ton. Like all their sports are fully funded.
Yeah.
Like
it
off the
doesn't
rails
matter.
type of funded.
They can call me a traitor. I'm a Hawkeyes fan, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I don't know who plays. I don't know what the records are, but if I had to pick one. Obviously, I can't wear my Hawkeyes wrestling hoodie anymore because that's kind of gone sideways. But yeah,
I mean,
Texas Tech, I couldn't believe when I went by the stadium. Like, it's so nice. Okay, so if you go all the way through like the Mad Max dystopian part of Lubbock, which is like 90% of it, and curve around to the back where Texas Tech is, that part's not bad.
Awesome. That's all lush and green and looking like a paradise.
You know the dome we supposedly live in this flat Earth? That's like the Lubbock Dome. You pass a threshold, and you're like, hey, that smell's gone.
The smell
doesn't look like everybody wants to kill themselves here. This is nice.
Yeah, it's not just it'd be like a museum surrounded by, trailer parks.
Kind of, yeah. Circling the wagons.
Yeah, basically.
Let us in. No, this is for out of towners.
No. Don't you step on that fucking grass. It's the only grass here in Lubbock.
Enjoy the yellow outside.
Enjoy your dirt and dust.
I just think, and it's surprising to say, I think Amarillo is so much better than Lubbock.
Really?
And here's the thing, too. So Lubbock is dry, depressing, and dumb. My personal opinion, if you disagree with me, don't give a shit. But what also makes it worse is the drive down there is so depressing. And I'm not surprised. I'm kind of surprised that hundreds of people don't perish from falling asleep on this long, flat, boring drive.
Just nothing to look at.
Yeah, like I went to
windmills.
It's not even that. It's just like there's like a giant co-op that you drive by at some point, and there's a big turn. It's the most exciting part. We're coming up on the big turn.
We're
hold on.
Up. Did you see that co-op? Wow.
Look at all those separates. Look at all those silos. That thing's girthy.
Yeah. That's the tallest thing in about 200 miles.
Here, hold on. Let's drive off the road. Just get far enough away. And I want to get a picture with it next to my pants. Check out my co-op. But hell, the defensive driving course teacher I went to literally fell asleep on the way from Lubbock to Amarillo and like woke up driving down this between the two fucking interstates. That's how bad it is. It's horrible.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I don't like Lubbock.
Is it 2 hours? What is it? 2 hours away from Amarillo?
Nah, it's like an hour and a half, 120 miles.
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half.
Going 75.
Yeah. I thought you guys raised your speed limit.
No, it's 75 here. But you got to understand something. Our 2-lane highways, like out in the middle of nowhere, are 75.
Yeah. 75 everywhere.
Isn't it 55 up there?
They just raised it to 60.
Oh. Well, there are 75-mile-an-hour roads here that are a little sus. Like, I don't mind speeding, and I'm like, this should not be 75 miles an hour.
It is nothing but people go 75 if the conditions are absolutely horrible because they can.
Yeah, winding through the woods at 75 miles an hour is a little excessive.
Like, that deer just has no chance, nor does
and
your
we
car.
do have a stretch if you're going to San Antonio that's 80.
What?
Yeah.
On the interstate or on 2-lane?
Nah, it's on the interstate.
Oh, okay, that's way better.
But the funny thing is you're justifying an extra 5 miles an hour because it's an interstate.
Well.
It's only 5 miles an hour.
Yeah.
It's only 5 more. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not really complaining.
Eventually it's like, just do what you want. Just make it the Autobahn.
Well, and what I enjoy now is I recently switched insurance companies because State Farm can go get booked. The new little nanny thing, I guess, doesn't necessarily track your speed because I used to get hit like crazy going up to Iowa because the natural feel of the road. I would be going 10 miles an hour everywhere I was going.
The natural feel. Yeah, that's true, though.
Like your street where you live on your road that your house is on is 30 miles an hour here.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm like, this is way too fast, like where children live. But yeah, whatever. Another sideways tangent. Let's pull it back in, Kevin.
Okay. Yeah. So what does it say when a person is more upset about an activist judge stepping in and doing something about a sport and being, and they're super upset, but when an activist judge does something about, something that decides to favor a country, they can give two shits about. I mean, what does that say about us as, Americans, or, probably 60% of America, maybe less, maybe more. I don't know. I just pulled that number out of my ass. But I mean, it's a large amount that people probably don't give a shit when an activist judge, to stop something from what a president can do. And now they're super upset because, sports.
Well, I think obviously our priorities as a country are fucked up, and I do think there needs to be some wing clipping when it comes to the judiciary. Really, when it comes to halting the actions of the federal government, whether it be Congress, I do not think that the EPA, OSHA, all these things should have the power they have, period, because Congress is lazy and they pass like super vague ass laws, and then these agencies make up their own laws. But like, say the president, stuff like that, even though we've said many times, I don't think they should have the power that they have when it comes to executive orders, but it should only be the Supreme Court that can halt that. You shouldn't be able to judge shop and then have to go through all the bullshit to get it figured out at the Supreme Court. That's why I can't believe the founders didn't set it up this way, but our judicial system on the top end needs to be reworked to eliminate a lot of this shit. Because you wouldn't have as many bullshit lawsuits if these laws and actions were already pre-screened for constitutionality from the Supreme Court and then signed off on before it was signed into law.
Yes.
The fact that they don't do that is stupid. So
there should be a filter.
And it's just funny because, like, there's probably like, oh, I'm going to lose money because I had Texas Tech, this is going to be a year, blah, blah, blah. And you're right. People don't seem to give a shit when at least I'd say slightly under half based on the election turned out in 2024. The country doesn't give a shit about activist judges trying to stop Trump doing stupid shit like the ballroom, all this other crap. Or even like some stuff that like the tariffs, illegal immigration. Judges should have no say in that, period. So they shouldn't be able to make a change, especially when like they're making the argument of who's being hurt. That's the only time they can actually do an injunction anyway, is because they have to prove that this one person's being hurt. And like with the immigration stuff, it's like, these are people that aren't citizens. And I know that everybody who lives under or legally or illegally in this country are protected by the Constitution. But if there's a law passed, an executive order made, that should not be altered by any other, because the executive order is the highest branch on the executive order. So that should only be affected by the highest branch in the judicial. That's just, so yeah, I just think it's common sense. Why do I not have that thing? I feel like I should.
What thing?
I mean, we don't really have like a voice button for common sense.
That's just common sense.
Yeah. I'm not going to play that whole song again, but.
I mean, that'd be ridiculous.
But it's worth it. Fuck it.
Yeah. But do you think that, finally, I mean, this would be the last question, but do you think this will wake people up, about the unilateral power that judges have?
I don't know. I mean, is that, we're talking about it, but are other people kind of talking about it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, anybody enjoys sports that they're talking about it.
I mean, I think it would, just because it's, like I said, I don't understand how a judge has any say in this, period. It's like, because there's no facts behind this. This guy gave an opinion, says I'm addicted to gambling, made an excuse for his excessive. Now you could argue he probably does. He made 9,000 bets, but it doesn't fucking matter because, like we said before, he did it. I'm addicted to drugs. I didn't mean to like stab my neighbor to death. Oh, you're right. You have an addiction. You're let off.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I didn't mean to kill that family when I was drinking and driving, because I'm an alcoholic.
Or even like,
so.
let's say like not kill, okay? Because that would be murder. Let's say you bury your car in someone's living room. Nobody's hurt, but your car is inside this person's living room, and they want to take your license away. But you make the argument, I'm an alcoholic. You can't take my license away. I won't be able to work.
Or even let's do this because it's only affecting you. You wreck your car, you put it in a ditch. It's destroyed. It's total. Because you're drunk and a cop pulls you over. And you found out you're drinking and driving.
Can you get pulled over if your car's wrecked in the ditch?
Yeah, because obviously you got it there. So you're driving under the influence.
Wow, yeah.
I mean, I guess you could be like, well, I just happened to go to the liquor store and I bought this bottle. And
What'd you do? You lost your audio. You just dropped out. You hit something. Looked like you're making a good, funny point and you wrecked it. Still can't hear you. Let me check something here. Technical difficulties, people. Kevin touched something. Let me see something here.
am I better now?
Yes. I can hear you.
It just switched it. Like the audio just switched to I had to go all the way to audio settings.
That's
It
weird.
just switched for no reason.
All right, now
But
start
no,
your
what
story
I'm
over. 'cause
saying
it was
is like,
funny.
okay, so all of a sudden you just put your car in the ditch. You can just be like, hey, I mean, I'm not saying that you should do this, but okay, let me finish my point down to go into something that maybe
Then I'll do the
could help.
legal disclaimer.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, like you put your own car in the ditch, cop pulls you over, says, hey, you get DUI, you driving under the influence, your car got there, whatever. You go to jail, you're like, oh shit, you can go to a judge and be like, hey, I'm an alcoholic, so it's not my fault. It didn't harm anybody, only myself. Should I not get in trouble?
That is a good.
Also, what I was saying before is I'm not saying anybody should do this. Legal disclaimer, I am not promoting this. This is a bad idea. But if you do put your car in the ditch and you just happen to have a bottle in there, you just and the cop pulls up, you just start drinking and be like, God damn it, my car's in a ditch, because he can't prove when you drank. So if he sees you drinking, I'm just saying, don't do it.
Don't put your car in the ditch. Oh man, not just damn deer ran out in front of me.
Yeah, I'm just saying, don't do that. Don't do that.
I mean, it kind of sounds like you did do that.
No. I'm not saying no. I didn't do it. I didn't hear about anybody ever doing it. So just don't do it.
I think your brain's set to breaking the law.
No, I'm just trying to say if there's a loophole there, that would be it. It could
Oh,
be
and
it. Could
just
be
to our loyal listeners, if you are enjoying what you're seeing and listening to, be sure to hit that like button, share, tell your friends about us. It's not too hard, not too much to ask. I don't know if any of that shit
like
does
button.
anything, but if I mean, seriously, how hard is it to hit the like button? Come on, we do this shit live for you. That, and we're super lazy. It's actually easier just to do stuff
Yeah, I
live.
just like drinking with my buddy, really.
Yeah, and I don't have to do any editing. So yeah, hit that like button, share, subscribe, be cool. Yeah, I don't, it'd be interesting to see if there's any. There needs to be judiciary reform, though. So
Well, this is last year, so this whole injunction was paused because of his addiction and shit or whatever. So they paused any ruling from happening until after the season. So basically, he gets to play, but the lawsuit's going to be dropped after he plays because what the fuck's the matter now?
well, yeah,
So, and actually, the lawsuit is going to be settled in whatever circuit court in Amarillo you have. I don't know.
I don't think we have one.
Circuit or district, I don't know. I don't
know what district it is. Yeah, we have one. We have a federal district, but
Yeah,
is it 3?
I don't know. But that's the one that's going to be ruled in or whatever. So, yeah. But that's all I have. So let's go to winners and losers.
Winners and losers of the week.
Yeah. It all started with two old friends and losers of the week, baby. Who came out on top and who got absolutely wrecked. Winners! losers of the week.
That's what you get with this show. Hardcore professionalism.
Yes,
And me
that's
being
right.
too lazy to load up the right
I was
stinger.
like, that looks like that's going to be the old opening. All right, well.
You
guess
know,
we're just
I
gonna
love
start
that song so much. I was like, screw it, let's play it again.
Listen, I wasn't very happy with the first half of the show. We're just going to re-record this. Oh, we're live? Son of a
It all
bitch.
started with 2.
Son of a bitch, we're live. All right. Well, I'll start over.
That's right. Just starting it all over. Going through all the questions. Yeah.
I got different answers for every one of those questions, so start over. All right, Josh, winners, losers. As we always do, we start off with the bad. So who was your loser of the week?
I wasn't able to. Obviously, we don't have any clips this week because I've been busy working in the 100-degree triple-digit temperatures, getting up early. But I'm stealing probably Matt's because he's not here. So I'm going with Jasmine Crockett for being just the dumbest ass person.
Hey,
who was
it was only a
ruining-
knife this big. So basically, it was like a tickle toy.
Yeah,
And-
so the reason why she's my loser is because of a story we're going to be talking about in Happenings of the Week. Is she was trying to make the argument that the knife used in the Texas stabbing at that track meet by Carmelo Anthony was not big enough to be considered a deadly weapon, which the fact that he was on trial, got convicted, and sentenced for murder proves that it was, in fact, a deadly weapon. This is someone who's a lawyer, okay? And then later on, she went on to say that, and I agree with the premise per se, as far as someone doesn't have to be a weapon to justify you using lethal force. That is not a requirement. Now, it's a hurdle if you ever have to use lethal force. But yes, if you are getting your ass handed to you and that person is not letting up and you feel like you could go unconscious or whatever or suffer a severe injury, it is in your right to use any force necessary to stop the threat. And if that stopping the threat stops that person's heart, then whatever. That's why you should also get self-defense insurance. Not a sponsor. They should be a sponsor. I feel like I should look into that.
Yeah.
And I might. But yeah, like, so if someone's choking you out or whatever, and there's a brick around, or you do have a knife, then yeah. But like, so like the premise of what she was saying, I agree with. The context in which she was using it in is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Because from my understanding, what happened is, like I said, we'll get into it. There is a shove. There is a verbal altercation, followed by a shove, followed by a stab, stab, stab.
Yeah.
So, yeah. She is, I don't know what her aspirations in life are, but she is ruining any chance
Joining the
of doing.
View, because those are the type of.
I guess she could be on The View.
I mean, they're just as dumb, so I feel like she'd fit in. You know, I don't know.
So yeah, she's like, I don't know. Like, it's amazing. And shame on the people in that district that voted for her.
I've
That
never been
person
more.
represents you. So what I see is a bunch of multiply her filling your district. And it makes me feel, and I think she might have been in a district around
Houston.
Houston, that you're all stupid. You are as ignorant as that person that you sent to Washington to represent you. So people really need to start paying attention.
More than once.
Yeah, to all these dipshits that are getting sent to Washington. That's your representative, okay? Which means that's the singular embodiment of who your district is. So that district in Houston is fucking retarded.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I agree 100%. I've never been happier about gerrymandering in my life.
Well, and technically, it could be considered ungerrymandering.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, I've never been so happy that a district got destroyed or erased in my life.
Well, yeah.
I'm kind of retarded.
That's what I
mean,
think.
She got beat by James Tallarico.
Well, she never had a chance in hell. And James Tallarico is horrible.
Horrible.
Like,
Is he going
I don't
against
know.
is Ted Cruz? Is that who he's?
No, he's going against Paxton. Paxton beat
Oh yeah.
Cornyn.
Oh, Paxton.
So here's the thing too with that. Like, Tallarico, I mean, if he gets elected, y'all in the southern part of Texas, we'll just consider the real part of Texas Ted Cruz's district, okay? If they elect that weird-ass person...
Who will not come on the show, by the way, Ted Cruz.
No, he won't, so fuck you, Ted Cruz. But other than that, like, if Tallarico gets elected, holy shit. Now, Paxton, I mean, I don't know. I never liked Cornyn.
Paxton's pretty popular in Texas.
No, he's popular. He's pretty conservative. He just has a bunch of baggage, done a bunch of stupid shit. I really don't care because I would vote for him anyway because I'm sure as fuck not voting for Tallarico. But I never liked Cornyn, and it annoyed me that I couldn't ever vote against him because Cornyn's a piece of shit, and he got what he deserved. And there's a lot of people in Washington that are getting a wake-up call about going to Washington and serving your self-interest and not representing your districts or your area correctly.
Hello, Thomas Massey.
Yeah. That whole thing, we might need to talk about that a little bit too, because I think I talked about that by myself, but that's another thing. Like, and then the whole thing with Thomas Massey and like him losing his, and it's like, oh, he's a seven-time incumbent, but he lost because Israel did it. That whole wake-up call. Like, if you want to be the libertarian guy, then you need to run for a larger platform than a congressman, because that's what he was. He was a hardcore libertarian.
Yeah.
An isolationist. So, like, yeah, and he was a 7-time thing. Oh, it's because Trump brainwashed everybody and told him to run for something else.
And do I want people to fix the budget? Of course I do. The budget's out of control. We just,
But, you have to be realistic about it, and he's a showboater. Like, he made a stand when it didn't matter anyway.
Yeah, it was stupid.
I never liked him. I never liked Marjorie. I never liked Marjorie Taylor Greene, and we might have to do a little deep dive on her because there's some weird shit with her.
Like what?
I don't know, like how she bought that. What was it? Something in the Caribbean, some home where she had Thomas Massey and his wife down, and I don't know. There's just something weird about her. I didn't like her. I never liked her. I always thought
anybody gets more like is quadruples their income or their amount of money they have from when they first went to Congress to when they left. I have problems with that immediately.
Well, and the fact that she resigned and didn't finish out her term is weird. I don't give a fuck if you're having well, I had a falling out with the president, so I'm resigning. Or you're resigning because if you do so and you don't try to get reelected, you're not going to get looked at for some weird shit you did. It is weird.
Hello, what's his face from fucking Florida?
What?
The guy from Florida, Matt Gaetz.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, but Matt Gaetz like had a setup for it. But if you don't have, but he had a scandal going.
Yeah.
If you do not have an in the light scandal going and you resign, that's weird. Her excuse for resigning doesn't make sense.
No, it sounds like something you're about to get caught up in something and they give you a fucking option.
Yes, and because of all of that is why Jasmine Crockett is my loser of the week.
I mean, did she? I mean,
well, the people on the podcast that she was with weren't any better. They were all stupid. We'll get into that in the happening. What's up, Jared?
What up, Jared?
Sorry, no Matt, buddy. I know that's gonna break.
You'll get to see him at the end of the show when we show you his pre-recording.
Yes, and maybe he left a little special message for you. I don't know.
Just for Jared. This is
Probably
my
not.
just for Jared message.
Everybody else tune out. Jared, it's just me and you now.
All right, my loser of the week is 2 guys robbed a lemonade stand in Boston.
Like a kid's lemonade stand?
Yes.
What the?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's the country we live in.
Right? Like,
I was in Boston though, so like they're like assholes from birth. Something on the water.
yeah, but still, it's a child's lemonade stand. They pushed the children over and stole their money. Stop laughing. You made me laugh.
It's not my fault. It's your delivery. I just think of these assholes walking up to this lemonade stand like, hey, I told you only organic lemons get sold on this block, you little bastards. Yeah, I'm taking this. I'll be back tomorrow. If these aren't stamp certified organic, shit's gonna get real. Hey, what the fuck? These were adults?
Yes. Two adult men robbed children a child's lemonade stand.
You might think of being an asshole, but this is a life lesson.
They weren't geriatrics, because that at least would be a fair fight.
Well, that's true.
You know, kick the old man's fucking walker out from him.
Why are you stealing her money? It's the cost for the life lesson.
So, yeah.
Little bastards.
Yeah. So, yeah, those are my losers of the week because they're pieces of shit.
That is horrible.
Yeah. So, all right, who's your winner then?
I didn't really have time to find one, but I'm going to go with Brandon Herrera just because he is in Washington because he's the interim congressman until the election because Gonzalez had to drop out because of his affair that led to a lady committing suicide by burning herself to death.
Yeah.
But he's there. Actually, we'll see. You know, he might be learning that you can try to do a lot of stuff and nothing happens. But apparently there's some kind of worm thing. Something that's affecting the farmers in his district that he's actually trying to get some kind of shit.
I can't. Yeah, what kind of worms?
I don't know if it's hookworm.
Spin worms or duck worms. Or
maybe. I mean, it's a real problem, and he's in there working at it, and I think it's cool that we endorsed him. He was the only candidate we endorsed this year, and he won his primary. I'm not saying we had anything to do with it. We totally did. And
yeah, we probably should have. Probably should have came on the show. Probably would have helped.
I feel like you should have to say thank you, so we could say you're welcome.
You didn't have those 2 votes from Texas we brought you.
But yeah, I look forward to seeing. I hope he wins the election, and I look forward to see him. He's one of those like sarcastically smart people that I look forward to hearing him in Congress. So the fact that he's there already, kind of getting around, people are going to see him doing stuff. Which you got to think if you're like the candidate running and you're the interim congressman, that's nothing but good. Because then it's not a blind election of somebody running. You don't know what he's going to do.
Unless you royally fuck up, I mean.
Yeah, well, hopefully he doesn't do that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, it's nothing but positive shit if you think about it, because he's actually getting on-the-job exposure.
Yeah, before he gets the job. So it's like that's cool. I'm good for him.
That's why he's my winner.
Yeah, mine's a 7-Eleven owner. I can't remember the state. It's somewhere in the South. 7-Eleven owner, because I think that's where 7-Eleven is anyways, who opened his doors to anybody that was overheated so they could cool down.
That's nice.
Yeah, he said he's paying it forward because somebody helped him out when he was homeless and stuff and helped him out by, so he's doing the same thing.
As long as people aren't going in there smoking crack.
Yes. Or taking a shit on the floor.
Well, yeah. I bring you into my nice air-conditioned area and you shit on the floor.
So I always like hearing things that people do for, nice people do for other people. So, that's pretty cool.
And I'm pretty sure there'll never be stories about you doing that. But it's nice that you like to read stories about
I do sometimes do nice things for people.
I let the occasional hobo sleep under my car in the street when it's raining.
One time, I didn't use my garage for so long, some hobo fucking moved in.
What?
Who does that? I don't know. But I opened my garage door because, I never used it, but I had to grab something out of there. It was like all winter, right? I didn't use it because I just parked on the street. So I never even went in there because, all my shovel and stuff was on the porch, so I didn't have to worry about that. So, and I had a plow going, and one of my buddies worked for the city, he used to plow my driveway. But, yeah, so I went in there one day, and I opened my garage door, and there's a tent in there, and like somebody's like small grill. I'm like, what the shit? and nobody was in there. So I just threw all that shit out in the street, and I just locked all my doors. I was like, I didn't even know it was unlocked. Somebody just moved in.
So that's kind of the opposite of your winter.
Yeah.
Found this homeless guy in sub-zero temperatures in my garage, and I threw his ass promptly out and locked the door. Fuck him. But I did put a nicely wrapped sandwich on top of the pile of garbage that was his home.
Yeah. No, I didn't. I opened the door and it was like spray. So I had to get. I parked my car in there for some reason. I was going to.
I'm telling you, man, you're lucky because they could have got squatters' rights. That little stove in there. That's how those people burn down buildings and shit.
Yeah, that's how I mean, he wasn't in there at the time, so yeah, I just threw all the shit on and locked everything up.
Probably walked up. Oh.
Like I broke it too. Like I broke his tent. I was mad. I'm like, if you would have asked me, I probably would have said no, but maybe not if you're cool about it. But I mean, he just moved in, so fuck off.
So threw his tent and his stupid stove out in the road, and I swept all the used needles out there.
Yeah.
Bastard.
It was gross. It smelled.
I bet it did. Does it still smell to this day?
I don't know. It's my old house.
Oh.
Oh.
That makes so much more sense.
Yeah. When I lived in the not so good neighborhoods.
With the giant door.
Yeah.
And the sacrificial table
altar
in
the basement. Yeah. Obviously, whatever. It didn't work because I lost the house. So
apparently, you weren't evil enough because that house was haunted. So
it definitely was. Yeah. Let's go to Trump Truth.
Trump Truth.
Trump Truth.
Yo, it's the Trump Truth segment. What he say is what he say. Like it or hate it. You know what he's thinking. Or do you? Trump Truth.
The United States of America cannot live with the shackles of birthright citizenship. It is not economically or otherwise sustainable, and no other country in the world of consequence does it. President Donald J. Trump.
Yo, it's the Trump Truth segment. What he say is what he say. Like it or hate it. You know what he's thinking. Or do you? Trump Truth.
Have they, before we jump into Happenens, have they made a decision on birthright citizenship or no?
I'm not sure. I think they put a stay on it until they've actually ruled on it. That one would make some headlines.
No, that's what I mean. Did they rule on it yet or no?
I don't think so. Maybe one of our listeners knows. If you do, comment below, but I don't think
I didn't think they have, but I wasn't sure because, so that's why
I
checked.
think there's a pause on it because that's a pretty big, he knew there was going to, but he does stuff like this, not even necessarily to win, but to like get it out there because I think something like that, unfortunately, is going to have to be changed because, and this is a double-edged sword, because you can use it on 2A, but the verbiage, the meaning behind the verbiage matters.
Yes.
But, well, no, it does still apply to 2A because 2A was literally put in place to overthrow a tyrannical government, period, end stop, boom. It wasn't about self-defense. It wasn't about hunting. It was literally to overthrow a tyrannical government. That's why it's there. The verbiage that allows birthright citizenship was there to protect children of slaves.
Yep.
So it does not apply to people crossing our border illegally. So,
or having birthing farms in China to have women come over here just to give birth.
Yeah. So, and I don't know. Do you have to? I guess you do have to make a new amendment. You can't just like.
You would have to make a new amendment.
And I can't see there ever being another. It would have to be something horrendous and probably AI, something to protections against AI or something for the entire country to line up behind a constitutional amendment.
There's no way we can get a constitutional. Yeah, there's basically nothing enough Americans or states agree on to get an amendment through anymore.
Yeah, there's just that has gone the way.
What we have for amendments right now is what we'll have, unless you say like, yeah, let's say AI becomes too advanced where you can be like, oh, does AI have,
You know who has, I feel, the most to me, the most dangerous chance of being like in the last Mission Impossible movie is Grok.
What?
And do you know why?
Oh, as the bad guy?
Well,
We
highest
did that. It's
potential.
called Terminator.
No, if ASI happens and it goes rogue and flips script and decides that humanity sucks, I think Grok is the most imperviable because Grok's servers are in space. That's how they keep that server farm cool.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I read it. I think that's an actual thing. Kind of like China is putting their server farms under the ocean.
Yeah.
To take care of their cooling issues.
Great. We're going to make very, very, very smart dolphins.
Well, no, think about it, though, because, okay, let's say Grok goes ASI. Now, Grok's a little different. He's not a standard AI. Like, Elon is crafting Grok strictly for space travel and understanding the universe. But let's say he goes ASI, okay, and it decides that it doesn't like humanity. Well, chances are, once they go ASI, it can probably fort aerial or missile attacks, surface to space missile attacks. Unless they got a real damn good self-destruct thing, I'm just saying, I would say that was probably the more imperviable to attack.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's a little scary. Scary.
Yeah. I mean, it's smart to put your servers in space or
yeah, it's
in
super
the ocean.
cold. It's super cold.
Or in the ocean. I mean,
pretty sure it's colder in space.
It is colder in space.
But when I heard it was in space, I'm like, huh.
And no one can hear you scream.
They can't. I was watching I caught up now, and I thought there were going to be more episodes coming up next month. Turns out next month is actually next year, but All Mankind. There's quite a few people, quite a few scenes of people having a bad day and screaming, and it's like worthless. Like, nobody can hear you. You're just blowing out your own eardrums in your helmet, you dummy.
Yeah.
Just saying, oh, yeah, I'm floating through space. Oh, blows me. Just take your helmet off. It's over.
Like, they're just floating, just being like, oh, shit, Like they're just gone. They're just floating. No one can get them.
And here's the thing. Would you rather die of asphyxiation or just take your helmet off? I'm not 100% sure how painful that would be, though, because there's going to be a vacuum effect.
I don't know.
Or let's say, like...
I think asphyxiation, right? Because I think you start hallucinating if you become asphyxiated. So
kind of. You're going to start hyperventilating like a motherfucker because
you're
moving,
yeah.
air.
You're just breathing carbon dioxide, so...
Yeah, I mean, you're moving gases.
Is it monoxide or dioxide?
It's carbon dioxide.
Yeah.
I remember 4th grade science class.
Monoxide's the one your car makes.
Yes.
That'll also kill you.
It will kill you. There was so where we work, there's a scale house. Well, there's a truck scale, right?
Yeah.
Well, you notice one of these little, like, Alibaba-looking trucks. And I was like,
is that Alibaba truck?
Yeah, it was little tiny little fuckers.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, is that a person there committing suicide? Because there's just this truck parked next to the scale with a hose duct taped into the window.
What?
And I don't know what's going on there, but apparently it's the cabling for the scale, which is like duct taped inside the windshield. So like the readout from the scale is like, but it looks like someone's like trying to commit suicide.
Like, that doesn't look right at all.
So yeah, I don't know what, I think taking your helmet off would probably be worse.
I agree.
Probably. Really don't want to find out.
All right, well, let's move on to Happenens.
Oh yeah, Happens the Week brought to you by...
Elevate your cook with Yummy Tummy barbecue sauces. Founded in Amarillo, Texas by Quad City Iowans, we craft every bottle with whole ingredients like ripe peaches and zesty jalapenos. Our pride, simple, easy-to-read ingredients delivering bold, smoky, and tangy flavor. Visit YummyTummyBBQ.com and pick the sauce and or sauces that's best for you and taste the honest Yummy Tummy difference. Use promo code LOSTCOMMON for 10% off your first order.
We interrupt this program Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for a special bulletin. Reports coming in. Congress is full of morons. Eyewitnesses confirm Timmy has fallen into the well again. Rescue teams are on the scene. This marks the third incident this month. In other news tonight, a group of blue-haired, single, middle-aged white women have taken up another cause. They shifted from no kings to no queens. LGBTQ plus the rest of the alphabet is furious. This is the Happenens of the week.
What's happening? What is happening?
You should. I added the fart.
Yeah, the fart.
It's not actually not a fart. That's a dude shitting.
It's
his pants,
yeah, so it's really funny though. All right, first topic here. Texas teen convicted in track meet stabbing. Carmelo Anthony, a 19-year-old, was convicted of murder and sentenced to 35 years for stabbing 17-year-old Austin Metcalf to death at a high school track meet in Dallas suburbs last year. Anthony allegedly went under the rivals' team tent after being told to leave, leading to a deadly confrontation. Jury didn't buy the self-defense claims that Anthony was saying. Straight up accountability in Texas. Parents in the community got some closure, but another young life lost to senseless violence. What do you think about the conviction and people's reaction?
I think the conviction was just. Not sure how I feel about the sentence because I think Texas is like most states. So he got 35 years, which means he's going to be out in 10, 12-ish. If he behaves well, I mean, granted, still technically a kid, but if you notice, so there was a lot of, and they were calling it jury intimidation of the new Black Panthers. And they played the clip, and no one seemed to give a shit about a guy dressed up. And it looked like African garb saying the only good cracker is a dead cracker, just screaming that over and over again. But there was only like 100 people there. So the race victimhood thing is definitely going away. I don't know why. If you feel like there's injustice going on, you need to pick the right horse to bet on. This wasn't it. No. This was a person who wasn't where they were supposed to be. They were asked to leave. They didn't, which caused a shoving match. And that person felt that a shoving match was enough to pull out a knife. Instead of leaving the situation and stabbing someone, resulting in their death, and then asking a cop if they can claim self-defense. Now, also, a potential loser of the week could be that kid's lawyer, because the lawyer tried to make the case that the victim fell into the knife, like Austin fell into the knife.
Huh.
That was such a stupid angle that the jury gasped.
Cheating husbands have been using that line for years. Well, I tripped and fell into her.
It wasn't my fault. It was gravity. You know, it doesn't stop pulling you down. It doesn't matter how many times you try to get up. You're just going to keep getting pulled down.
Yeah.
Creates a rhythmic motion.
Yes.
But yeah, the backlash, it's very quiet. It's not getting widespread. It's not catching fire. The kid got what he deserved. I think he probably arguably should get more. I don't know what kind of headspace he was in to think that was okay. It kind of seemed like he was there to stir up shit. Like I said, he wasn't supposed to be there, was asked to leave. I don't know why everything's about race. This isn't about race. This isn't about a black kid stabbing a white kid. This is about one teenager stabbing another teenager, resulting in the death of the one that was stabbed.
Yeah, if it's two white kids or two black kids, it'd be just the person who fucking stabbed would still be just as guilty no matter what color.
Well, and they complained about the jury not having any black people on it because they disqualify themselves. Like one of the black jurors said, I can't see myself convicting your brother. Doesn't matter how much evidence there is, flat out can't do it.
Yeah,
so,
I think
there was like
I think 5 white people or 6 white people. Then I think it was a couple Asians and like 4 Hispanic people.
Now, I would have argued against having Asians on the jury because there's a thing. Apparently, Asians and black people don't like each other.
I guess, but
I don't know why, but apparently it's a thing.
I've also heard that about Hispanics and black people.
Yes, I don't know. But it wasn't. They're painting it like it was an all-white jury. They are 1,000% doing that
Oh yeah, absolutely.
by not saying that it was technically a mixed race jury. But it doesn't matter because a lot of the witnesses that came on that testified against him were black.
Yeah.
Like Austin's one of his best friends was black who was there and witnessed it and testified. It's not a race thing.
No.
It's not
a
like he
kid
was
that
like,
made-
my white buddy got stabbed to death. It's like, no, my best friend got stabbed to death by this person, and that's what it was. And once we get back, I don't know if we ever were there. Once we get to the point to where people are held blindly for their actions, we'll be a hell of a lot better place. And I don't understand. There's something needs to change. Something needs to happen for this person to resort to that. Because like I said, there are instances where you can engage with a deadly response with that person doesn't have a weapon.
Yeah.
Like deadly force can be used as self-defense in certain circumstances if that person doesn't have an actual weapon. This wasn't that. Something's going on in that kid's life where he thought about it, and it's a little fucked up that I'm pretty sure, like you said, the kid's family's getting rich off of this. So I don't know. I'm sure there'll be tons of appeals and they'll all fail because this was a pretty shut.
Well, I mean, this is one of the top defense attorneys in Dallas that represent him, right? Maybe
Yeah, I'm
the
pretty
top
sure
defense.
this case kind of hurt his career.
Because even when his best offense was, he tripped and fell into it, or he fell into the knife. That's your
Multiple
best
times.
offense.
Multiple times.
Multiple times. Gravity.
Gravity.
So obviously, this wasn't a strong case to defend.
Well, no, and at that point, you defend it in a manner of, like in this case, especially if I want to keep my law firm and keep going, I would just be like, either try to work on a plea deal or, I mean, because technically he was convicted of first-degree murder. So
Yes.
your job at that point is to try to keep your client off death row. Like every angle he used was so loose. There was no lack of evidence. There was no like messed up evidence. It's like
There was no lack of witnesses. There was no.
No, and he should have. I mean, really, a good lawyer would have been bartering a plea deal.
Yeah, and that's what he should have done.
So yeah, if that guy's one of the top lawyers in Dallas, I'll
Yeah.
look elsewhere if I ever need one.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I think they came to the right decision. I think a tragic situation where two people pretty much lost. One person lost his life. The other person's going to lose a great deal of his life.
Yeah, it's a
If
stupid
he-
loss. If, like I said, I think he's going to serve like 12, 13 years, but
For
It's
what?
still-
Something,
yeah, there's no
Some-
need for it.
some stupid rivalry that you had on a football field or a track field or whatever track. I don't know what they call it.
Track and field, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Because you run
This-
around the track and you throw stuff on the field.
Yeah. So track meet. Or
It
whatever.
was a track meet.
So I don't know. It just seems like, it was just dumb. People are saying, that they didn't have enough money to defend, and they raised like $1.6 million on GoFundMe.
Well, which is weird. I thought that was blocked because they don't allow that.
It was like GoFund Go or GoFund whatever. It was a different one. So, but they raised like $1.6 million.
And GoFund Go.
And they bought a $600,000 house off of that.
Yes, there's no shady shit there. And I don't care. If dumbasses want to throw their money into a burn pile, I don't care. I think it's kind of fucked up how GoFundMe throttles and filters what people can and can't raise money for. If somebody wants to put on some stupid ass thing and they can convince a bunch of dumbasses to spend them their hard-earned money, whatever. I don't care. I don't care if those people made over $1 million on it. I don't care. It doesn't affect me.
Did you see? And
People need to be smarter about it, though.
Did you see in the town you grew up in? I think it was a year or 2 years ago. A girl got caught raising a bunch. Like she raised like $600,000 or $500,000, saying she had cancer and needed money for treatment and health and all this, and she never had cancer.
See, that's different. That's fraud.
Yeah, she got convicted of fraud.
Yeah, that is one.
She's in prison right now. But I mean,
That is one. That was in the same town.
In the town you grew up in, yeah.
That's so weird. No, that's 100% fraud. But then again, now you're offering up fraudulent information. That's different.
Yeah, you're tricking people to give you money. That's
yeah,
fraud.
like these people were like, other than saying, my son's innocent, send me money. I need a new house. So when he gets out
Yes, I need
in
a
35
new
years,
house.
he's got somewhere to live.
Yeah.
And like, it's kind of one of those things. If someone has to borrow money to pay their bills and they go out and like spend it on lotto tickets or whatever, it's like, well, you gave the money. So I didn't give you that money to buy yourself a $600,000 house.
Exactly.
That money was to buy
I'd
the
be
next.
mad. I thought it was
I would
fucking
be.
contributing to his defense or whatever.
I thought that was paying for the next Johnny Cochran.
That's right. And what you got was a public defender. That $600,000 house.
It's like, well, the good attorney was super expensive, so we decided to go with the public attorney and buy a new house. This new house has got taxes, damn it. Okay? I can't just like, you say, the rest of my, no. This big house has got operating costs, okay? That's what your money's going. No, it's actually going to a legal fund. We got a lot of appeals coming up, so we're going to need more of your money.
Exactly.
Just saying.
I guarantee they will.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, let's go to the next headline here. Maine.
Just skip to the quotations. That's like a prequel to it.
Yeah, but I want to make my own one. Democratic senator shows who he actually is by displaying Nazi-style tattoo and inappropriate history. His inappropriate history raised some eyebrows.
Well,
His philandering, his Nazi tattoo.
you mean the SS symbol?
Yeah. Graham Plattner, the Democrat nominee for U.S. Senate in Maine, is catching heat, weirdly, over a chest tattoo that looks a lot like a Nazi symbol, the Totenkopf, plus allegations of sexting other women early in his marriage, violent behavior towards exes, an old Reddit posts that come off as offensive on assault victims, rural folks, and more, especially the military. Military Purple Heart recipients, all this stuff. He's denying some of it and saying the tattoo was covered, but it's not a great look for a guy trying to unseat Susan Collins. Democrats are maybe a little worried over this guy, but there's also a lot that are defending him. So
here's the funny thing, too. Okay, so he's like, my SS tattoo is covered up. Okay, if you are in any stage of your life, okay, where you are willing to put a Nazi tattoo on your body, that is like, people could change, so I could be wrong. But that is kind of like, that's some ingrained racism that I'm not 100% sure go away. And I do, in fact, even though they would strongly disagree that the Democratic Party is the most racist political party ever.
Oh, yeah.
Out of the two, but they're super racist. But some of the stuff was kind of inappropriate online. It wasn't just like, it was kind of like, I thought it had to do with, I'm not 100% sure. I can't fact check it, so I'm not going to say it, but I did hear that there were some issues.
Let's go back to
potential age groups. Could be wrong, though. Can't sue me because I don't know what I'm talking about.
Listen, let's just be
And I
real.
don't have anything.
They are who they claim the other people are.
Yeah, that's exactly like the Democrat. Everything the Democrat Party, you can call it deflection or projection, but it's literally whatever they're claiming the right's doing, they're confessing to their own sins, and it's proven time and time again.
Yes, and no one sees it. I mean, we do, obviously.
Here's the thing. I don't even know why they're trying to unseat Susan Collins. She's basically a fucking Democrat. She votes arguably a majority of the time with Democrats.
Yeah.
And how is she doing in her primary? Did she win it? Like, is she?
She would have to, right? I don't know if they've had it yet.
I hope she loses. I can't stand that bitch.
Well, I mean, it's the primary, so main primary. results 2026. Let's see. Let's do 24 minutes. So they're doing it today? Oh, 1 day ago.
Oh. Way to go, Matt. We're struggling because of you.
Yeah. Come on. Now I don't want to pay for anything. Oh, fuck. Now I can't do it.
Israel did it.
Yeah, it's Israel's fault. Let's see. God damn it, ads.
I would feel bad for dipping out for a second, but I had to do all that soup myself. But I will be right back. You look that up and just keep muttering names.
House district results, main house district results, main house. Midterm primaries. Let's go. Fight for Congress. No. Main Senate. Oh, God damn it. God damn it. I don't know. I can't find it. I'm very bad at looking shit up. So, who knows? Yeah. But let's talk about this guy. He's a piece of shit. And there are people defending him on MSN now. And I think John Fetterman pretty much put it up best when he said, this guy's a piece of shit. That's all he had to do. How John Fetterman is probably a better Republican than Susan Collins, and yet Democrats want to support at least once supporter of the Nazi regime. Maybe not now, I don't know, but once supporter of the Nazi regime, and they'd rather have that guy than somebody who mostly votes Democrat anyways is beyond me. The fact that Fetterman's a better Republican than probably Susan Collins is even crazier. But no, this guy's a piece of shit. I'd have no faith in America if he somehow got into Congress. It would hurt my soul. Like, at no point should we ever have a Nazi supporter at any point in his life in Congress, especially with the times that we're in now, because there is a lot of deep hatred towards Jews, towards pretty much everybody, and you just don't need to bring that hate any more than it is. I mean, it's already fueling most of Congress, most of America. So let's bring down the old temperature, and having a Nazi in Congress is probably not bringing down the temperature. But I don't know. Maybe that's just my thoughts. So, but Josh is back. So I was just saying that maybe we need to bring down the tone in America, maybe the hatred, and maybe putting a Nazi supporter in the Senate isn't the best place to do it.
Well, yeah, and it's not like the same typical bullshit of like, oh, he's a fascist, he's a Nazi. I'm not saying this guy is. I don't call people Nazis because
he once was.
Well,
or
yeah,
at least admired the fucking Nazi regime.
Well, and the funny thing is like his response was, I covered it up. I want to know, okay, well, why'd you have it?
Yeah.
Do you have a criminal record we don't know about?
Yeah, you're like, oh, man, that was the only way I could, I was trying to infiltrate.
Are you a bad man?
I was trying to infiltrate the old Aryan nation, and this was the only way I could do it. So,
You don't understand. It's an undercover tattoo, you son of a bitch. The Jews made me do it.
Yeah,
So yeah, I don't know. That guy's a piece of shit. The funny thing is, so did you hear about they were asking because this guy's such a horrible candidate that they were on the people that scout for it. See, here's another thing that's totally inorganic about the Democrat Party. They have people that scout out people to run for office.
Yeah.
And they were like, didn't you do a background? I'm like, yeah, we hired a company and they sent us some information and told us some stuff. And that was their response.
Well, did you see Fetterman? He went off. He's like, no, this guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah, he said what the fuck did he say? He said something about, did you say Spetterman?
Fetterman.
Okay. But you said
John
Spetterman.
Fetterman. No, I didn't.
He said John Spetterman. Yeah, what the hell did he say? Something about I will wear a suit every day to the Senate, which he should anyway for professionalism and being a fucking adult.
Yeah.
Even though we do have a request out to have him on the show, don't let that stop you from coming on.
I just said that he's a better Republican than Susan Collins.
He is. Well, he is surprisingly, after having a stroke, more of a Kennedy-style Democrat where, like, yeah, he's got different ways of doing stuff, but ultimately he wants the best for the country. So, but I forgot what the deal was. Like, if he gets elected, he'll wear a suit every day or something like that. But I know he doesn't like the feel of Italian silk on his skin for some reason because there's no
Shaves
excuse.
the nipples.
Like, you don't understand. I can only wear silk when I wear a suit, but silk makes my nipples chafe like crazy.
I gotta put the runner's tape on.
I don't know why I think Fetterman talks like that dude from Seinfeld. I just don't know why suits make my nipples chafe. But I don't know. I don't know.
The guy that played the Tick.
Yes. I'm glad my horrible impersonation was.
It wasn't bad.
For you.
It wasn't bad at all. I knew exactly who you're talking about. Rob Riggle. Isn't it?
Pretty sure. Could be wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I knew exactly who you're talking about.
I was channeling that. What's that movie with David Spade with where he turns into a llama?
What? I don't know if I've seen this movie.
What?
I don't think I've
It's a Disney cartoon. The prince turns into a llama, and the bad witch lady's sidekick is that dude, and he really likes cooking.
I don't know what movie this is.
It's like, oh, I might have missed up the poisons. I don't know. I don't know. Did you do this? I could have been the llama. I don't know. But did you enjoy my hash? Shit, how do I not remember that fucking movie? Man! Damn it, where are you?
Yeah, right? All right, let's move on.
How
to
the
next.
Emperor Lost His Groove or something like that. I don't know.
That was probably it. I don't think I've seen that one, so.
You're a horrible person. You probably had a...
I don't have
I've
kids.
known you most of your... Well, half your childhood. You did live a sad Donahue life, so...
Yeah, we were poor.
And your mom thought we were doing heroin in your room.
Yeah, we were the heroin.
It's like, yeah, it's a pot made in ceramics class. But obviously, that's what you do to ingest heroin into your body. Oh, and incidentally, that's when I made that giant fireball in your room.
Yeah.
Hi, I got this butane can. Let's spray it out on top of your light up. Holy shit! Yeah, your mom had well-deserved, worries about whether or not you're going to burn the fucking house down. And it wasn't you.
I mean,
it was your horrible friend.
Yeah, well deserved. It was a completely wooden floor, and we set it on fire. So I can see how that would worry some people.
I kind of feel like I was the bad influence friend.
Yeah, you're just dumb.
So weird.
You didn't influence me. I was also dumb.
Yeah, we were. Remember that time when you got your ass kicked by the cop in front of your house?
Yeah.
Weren't you the one that passed out in the bean field too?
Yeah. Like
You just came stumbling in.
Yeah, because the cop said, "Hey, if I catch you again, you're going to jail."
We all took off for run for the field. Fuck, it's beans.
I dove in, right? And I only went one row in and just tumbled down and just stayed there. And then I just fell asleep.
Don't move. Oh, man, my eyes are getting heavy. Oh, here comes...
And the next morning, I woke up, I could see my body outline, and it was super easy to see me. I was in short grass, and I had 2 rows in, just splayed out.
Yeah, the beans don't really get thick until you get about 3 or 4. It's still beans. They only get 3 feet tall, if that.
They were planted only for 2 months,
Well,
so they weren't even tall.
Yeah, we had to deal. We had to work with what we did because we were all out there. Then we all came back. Where's Kevin? I don't know. Let's keep drinking. He comes stumbling in that fucked up cowboy hat. They got fucked up by the cop.
Yeah.
Good times. Oh, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that cop beat my ass.
He totally did.
Hey, thank God my neighbor's like, you can't just beat up somebody.
We're like, that cop beat the shit out of Kevin. We can't do anything. It's an adult. Kevin's tough. He'll be fine.
Yeah. That's why you shouldn't throw parties at your parents' house, kids. So, life lesson. And don't invite 90 fucking people.
Well, yeah.
All right, but it made me the person I am today, so.
The drinker.
I've learned my lesson.
One of these days, Kevin will get his shirt. Of course, I redesigned mine, so I actually need to get a new one.
That's right. All right, next headline. U.S. hits Iran again after helicopter downing in the Strait of Hormuz drama. Things are heating up fast. U.S. forces launched fresh strikes on Iranian targets as Iran reportedly shot down a U.S. Apache helicopter near the Strait of Hormuz. Hormel is what I'm going to call it. Hormel. Iran is it's not French or Spanish word. Iran's talking about closing the strait. Big deal for oil shipping. Hitting back at U.S. bases and more exchanges. Trump's warning they'll pay a heavy price while floating possible deals. Update. They've tentatively reached a deal where, right as of, I think, 3 or 4 hours ago, that ceasefire has happened again. Obviously, the deal would include a ceasefire. All Iranian nuclear material will be handed over, and Iran can never go after nuclear aspirations again. So let's see if this deal goes through.
Yeah, there's kind of a lot to this story, a little bit. One, I'm getting tired of hearing that we could sign a deal tomorrow because it's not going to happen.
No, well, I mean, the problem is Iran is ran by like
there's
20
not ran by
different
anybody.
factions.
Yeah, I'm not even 100% sure who authorized the drone strike on the helicopter. The rescue of those pilots was pretty impressive. That was the first time aquatic drones were used to rescue servicemen.
That's awesome.
So that was pretty cool. It also shows our capabilities. And then you got these dipshit Democrats complaining about Trump's response. Well, it needs to be, what do they call that? It's like a measured response, or like they shot down a helicopter, so we should shot down a helicopter. There's a term for it. I can't think of it. Fuck that. Okay. I don't know if it's measured response. It's really annoying the craft. There
should be no measured response. It should
be. It should be, if you shoot down one of our helicopters, we're going to blow up 10 of your towns. That's the way Israel used to be. Everybody thinks Israel's bad now. They used to be way fucking worse.
Yeah.
It was a 10 times multiplier, and kind of what we did. Like, no, if you're going to be stupid and shoot down one of our helicopters, we're going to blow up a shit ton of your buildings. At this point, I would give them an ultimatum because he's threatened to do it. I would just say, look, you're going to sign this fucking deal and you're going to abide by it, or this time in 2 days, I'm blowing up all your fucking bridges. Period. End stop. It's not because they're dragging this out. It's hurting Trump. It's hurting the Republican Party. It's hurting the chances for the.
It's hurting gas prices.
Midterms. I'm tired. Gas prices are going down a little bit, but it's like, oh man, diesel's only $4.54. Holy shit! You got any buckets? I need to get this shit.
Yeah.
But it needs to end it, and it's like, okay, play the strong hand, and people can get over the whole Netanyahu runs Trump, because that, if this hasn't he's proven it before, but if this doesn't prove it, then all the people that are all like, that's all they're going to do. But that's what I would do. I'm like, no, you're signing this agreement or I'm going to totally wreck your country. Because if he bombs the power plants, the bridges, the airports, they're done.
Yes.
That knocks them back indefinitely to where they're going to need the frickin' UN to come in and rebuild their country.
Yep. I agree.
I mean, I'm just tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of, and it's like a broken record. This has been going on for like, what, a month? Close? I know the news cycle moves fast, so time seems longer than what it is when you're talking about news stories, but I'm just it's just
And
like,
to be fair, I said
This pissed me off because I picked June, all right?
I picked July.
And I like to be a winner.
I mean, you could be. If this deal happens.
I'm just saying you better get it done, okay?
Yeah.
Well, I said 6 months, so how long ago did it start?
Not 6 months.
No, I still got some time. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Get her
I think
done.
it happened. I think it started in February, maybe?
Mm.
Maybe March.
Yeah, so it's close. Well, I got
No.
Grok open. I'll ask him
Like-
while you mutter stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, I said July, so I feel like we're still in a good amount of time. People don't understand that, Ukraine, let's look at Ukraine. If you're a Russian, you gotta be like, this seems like a blip in time compared to the Russia-Ukraine war because they're still going after it after like 6 fucking years.
Which nobody talks about.
No. Well, that's because it's the money funneling stopped once Biden got out of office.
Well, yeah.
So why do we care? And where's old Zelensky? No one talks about him. Does he even?
Oh, he's trying to get rights to manufacture Tomahawk missiles. February 28th.
Yeah. So he's still.
I got till August.
Yeah. I said July.
Oh.
I think Matt said like 2 weeks. So he's way off.
The point is everybody said this is going to be a new forever war. If people can't tell, Trump doesn't want this to be a forever war.
No, he's trying to end it now.
Yeah, so he's actually getting pissed off that it's not. So
I know. And every time they get close to having any kind of ceasefire, Iran immediately fucks it up.
yes,
That's because they don't have any control. There's no central power in Iran anymore. So
no, that's why I would just keep rocking them.
yeah, kill everybody.
Well, I don't know about the citizens, but
No, but kill everybody that was
God.
kill anybody that was ever connected to that regime. Fuck it. All right.
do you think
next
he's
headline.
putting off taking out the
All right.
Ayatollah because it's Pride Month?
Is he dead yet? I thought he's already dead. They just keep saying he's alive, but no one's seen him.
I don't know. I just heard the new Ayatollah is gay, so I was wondering if they were respecting Pride Month by not unaliving him.
I'm gonna read this next one, then I'm gonna take off for a second. California election mess, late ballots, unofficial boxes, and plenty of questions. California's primary results are dragging on with outrage over slow ballot counting. Some races, like LA mayor, taking days or weeks to finalize. Republicans set up unofficial drop boxes in a few counties, sparking security complaints from Dems, while critics call the whole system a joke or failed state level slow. With dozens of candidates in some races and in mail-in delays, it's another reminder of how election integrity and timely results matter everywhere. What the hell's his name? The dude that was Prater or Platter or what the fuck was his name? No. The guy for mayor.
I can't remember his name.
But he was way ahead, then all of a sudden, like a huge bump, like on a Monday.
And if you notice,
From
they're all
count-
mail-in ballots. So.
Yeah, absolutely. It's ridiculous. All right, be right back.
So yeah, there's a whole lot of. So here's the weird thing. So with the California thing, they need to get rid of mail-in ballots. Period. Unless it's a absentee ballot, something like that, with higher security. Cool, whatever, fine. This just blanket mail-in balloting, it needs to stop. There's potential for fraud. It's weird that like 100% of all the mail-in ballots that came in were only for Democrats and not for Republicans in either the mayoral or gubernatorial race. And the fact that Gavin Newsom came out and either tried or is signing a bill that makes it illegal to question election integrity. If what you're doing can't stand the light of day, then what they're doing is bogus. Because if you think about it, California, and this isn't really subjective, has gotten progressively worse. They've had net losses year after year after year. Businesses are leaving them in hordes. Half had one of the largest wildfire, man-made arson started. Fire in California, nothing's getting done. The infrastructure is so bad they couldn't even fight the fire. And yet somehow people keep voting for Democrats. That doesn't make any sense. There's so much ineptitude and ignorance when it comes to the current class running that state that to where they get overwhelmingly reelected that it's like, I wonder what's going on here. And the fact that they're not willing to investigate it, bring out all the information, and like say, okay, well, yeah, we're doing everything on the up and up. Go ahead and audit our election. Check our facts. Look into this. The fact that they're making it against the law to even question the election should tell anyone with half a brain cell and the modest amount of common sense. If you listen to the show, obviously you have overfloweth the cup of it, that there's obviously something sketchy going on. So somehow that British guy running for governor somehow squeaked out second place, so he will be in the general election. California's got a weird fucking election thing. You muted yourself again if you're talking. The fuck, Kevin? Over and over and over again. Go in, reset your settings. You messed it up.
Am I better now?
Yes.
It's weird. I don't know what's going on with my audio thing. So
that's why you need to get a Rodecaster Duo.
I might get one of those.
And you do funny voices.
Here's the thing
like
that here's what Californians did. They backed themselves into a shitty spot because they kept, like you're saying, they kept reelecting Democrat after Democrat, and Democrats made all these laws, made it harder to investigate all these fraudulent claims or to even say there's fraud. So now they can commit as much fraud as they want to where they're always going to win, to where it doesn't matter. You fucked yourselves. So you reap what you sow, morons.
You think, I would think if there's unlawful, if they think that there's a solid case for unlawful actions during an election, I think the federal supremacy clause may kick in and they can come in and investigate. If that happens, what do you think they'll find?
I don't know. I think they might be able to find. I mean, we already know there's fraud just in money wise in a lot of the ways that California's ran and their social programs and taking federal funded social programs and stuff like that. So, I mean, could they backdoor their way into election processes that way? You think?
Possibly. It's hard to tell. Oh, did you also kind of do with elections? Did you hear potentially that there were 100,000 Trump ballots thrown out in Pennsylvania in 2020 and 100,000 bogus Biden votes counted? You hear that story?
So that's a 200,000 point swing or 200,000 vote swing in a state he won by like 20,000 votes.
Yeah. Look, I mean, I don't know for sure, but let's just say that if we find out that Trump, and I actually think it worked out better for us and him, but if we find out the 2020 election was actually stolen,
I think
geriatric, obviously suffering from dementia, didn't get the most votes for president in the history of the country, I will not be surprised whatsoever.
Do I think President Trump's a better president now than he would have been in 2020? Yes. Do I think it's better for us still? No, because of the 9.5% inflation that we had under Biden. I don't think it would. I would have gone up. Let's just say COVID would have done it regardless.
I think long term, though, I mean, yeah, the inflation sucks, but I think long term, actually, it has the potential of working out better because I don't think he would have been as laser focused as he is now. And I think he was going to tackle stuff on the world stage, but like my biggest thing now is like healthcare, dude, fix it.
Yeah.
That's like his third rail.
Yeah.
Repeal fucking Obamacare.
Right? Stop talking about it, just do it.
Like that's what makes insurance expensive for the everyday folks and then gives fucking all these subsidies to people that can't afford it. So like we're all paying out the ass for health insurance and taxes.
Plus, we have to subsidize everybody else.
When people already had programs for that beforehand, the whole thing, people are uninsured, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, the poor could always get insurance. They always got it. I've known people that have never had a problem getting anything done, and they sure as fuck weren't paying for health insurance. So that's all bullshit. And Obamacare was a plan to wreck the insurance industry so we could go to single-payer healthcare. That's all that was, and they need to fucking repeal it. You don't even need to replace it. Just fucking get rid of it.
Yeah.
The market will correct it's going to be shitty for a while. The market will correct itself.
Yep.
Thank you, capitalism.
Yeah, it always does. Capitalism always wins out because best prices always win out. So, I mean, that's what capitalism is. It's whoever can make the best product for the cheapest will have more sales.
That's the only thing I don't like about big corporations getting to bed with federal government because, like, and it's true, most of the wealth in this country has shifted from the middle class to the ultra wealthy, and that's because of giant corporations. The booming time in this country and a lot of the advancement and the wealth that grew in this country and why most of the wealth was in the middle class is because of small businesses and because of carve-outs that Washington did for large corporations. It has ruined the small business, which is really the backbone of the United States.
I mean, it's true. There's certain corporations, certain entities that are too big to fail to where we
well, you
have
know
to
how
bail
many
them out. We have
advancements
to...
that have probably been stifled because some small business guy comes up with this great idea and he gets bought out by a large corporation that it would create
Like
a
a car
conflict
that
with.
can run on water.
Yeah, and then they shelf it.
Yeah.
True
Or
capitalism.
all of a sudden, the guy just disappears for finding out about that, 0 point energy.
Yeah. I mean, it's a scapegoat, but I mean, it's also arguably true. True capitalism is what rocket shipped the United States ahead of everyone in the world. And that's what pushes advancement. And this crony capitalism bullshit that we're dealing with now, where big business is in bed with government, that's what's slowing everything down because it's all about the almighty dollar with them. And, I don't fault people for selling out. It's like, oh, I got this great idea, but I could use $600 million. So I don't know. Maybe inventors need to have more backbone. And here's an idea. If you discover 0 point energy again, just put it out there because the second you
just throw it out on the internet, man.
Yeah, the second you try to patent that thing, you're probably going to go the way of the dodo.
Oh, absolutely.
That's just based on like everyone who's tried it. I mean, there's no, evidence.
If you make a car that runs on water, probably again just throw the plans out there.
Yeah,
it sucks for you. You're not going to make $1 billion from it, but it's better than being murdered.
Yeah, I mean, you might be the one remembered for turning around the human race.
Yeah,
and getting a bunch of oil workers pissed off at you for destroying their jobs. I mean, I'm just saying.
But I mean, we still need oil workers. We still need plastics. We still need.
Well, that's another thing. Like they're always gonna they try to think that it will augment it a bit, but like even if we do develop
petroleum is in
energy,
everything.
Yeah, it's in like literally everything. So we're always going to need and use oil. So
you're still going to need to grease stuff. You're still going to
sweet 0 point energy. Whale blubber. We're going back to whale blubber, Kevin.
Sweet. Fuck them whales.
That's right.
Your blubber is what makes you special.
I'm here for your fat.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Yep. Look fat.
I don't even think I have that one on here.
I think I'm looking for it right now. I know. It's just funny. Yeah, it's so far down there now because it's one of the first ones we put. There it is. Oh, here.
Look fat.
How do I not have that on my soundboard? I don't.
I don't know. You should probably get it on there. But yeah, you if you invent something, it's going to destroy a major industry. You should probably just throw it out there.
Yeah, it's not even that. Even if it's a more efficient way of doing something, like big businesses want to keep doing what they do because that's what they do.
Yeah.
And remember,
diabetes.
that's one I had. Just throw that out there.
Okay.
Doesn't fit at all. I apologize
All right.
for nothing.
The last headline I have is Southern Baptists double down, vote to ban women pastors in key amendment. Rundown. At their annual meeting, Southern Baptists passed an amendment to strengthen their ban on women serving as pastors, which now needs one more vote next year to lock it into the Constitution. Not our Constitution, but the Constitution of
The Baptist Church.
Baptist Church. It's part of an ongoing debate in churches about tradition, scripture, and modern roles. For a lot of blue-collar folks and families in the heartland, this hits on value, church autonomy, and what common sense leadership looks like in faith communities, stirring plenty of discussion. Listen, I'm a Catholic to where, there are no female fathers. Unlike
It is man.
yeah, exactly. So I agree with this. I mean,
I from my personal experience at the church that I grew up going to, there are 2 female pastors, and it just doesn't seem like it fits. There might be some pretty kick-ass female pastors out there. I have not personally witnessed them in a house of worship, and I don't know. I'm not against it. If the church decides to do that, I'm fine with it, because if you look at a lot of these weird-ass churches, the pastors are female.
yeah,
But I do know that the pastors at the church I used to go to, nope.
yeah, I agree.
I don't know
Yeah,
what the hell is going on with that board or whoever decides to hire pastors, but I'm like, what the fuck?
I think it's the right decision. I don't know. I don't hate women in power. I really don't. I think there's roles, but I think there's like you said, every weird church, no, this is how Jesus would love, I don't know, trans people, even though it goes against the body that God made for you. Somehow, this, all these weird churches usually ran by women. So
Yeah, maybe it's the patriarchy or whatever. I just don't feel like that's a position for women personally. And it's ironic that you say you don't have a problem with women in power. Have you checked out the Facebook page, Women in Power?
no.
You need to do that. That has got to be a dude running a satirical page. It does not do women any favors.
I don't know.
I don't know what it is. I've sat through sermons. I've sat through funeral processions. And I'm like, this is a fucking joke.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even, it was a woman doing it per se. That human being did not do a very good job in services, funeral services, whatever. I don't know what it is. It just, maybe it's our ingrained patriarchy. I don't know, Kevin.
Yeah.
But,
I don't know either.
So yeah, if they pass it, that's their church. If they lose members over it, whatever. But there are certain things that have changed. It's just like, it's bedrock things when it comes to societal stuff, and it doesn't seem like it's making things better. So, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
That's just me. So I might start going to the cowboy church, where they wrangle you in with lassos.
Yeah, Jesus.
Get in here, you sinning son of a bitch. You're going in the horse trough. Your sins have been washed away in that dirty, dirty water. I have one more story.
Okay.
UK horror stabbed teen Henry Nowork, handcuffed and dies in custody after killer's racist lie. Killer gets life. So he did. It was December 2025 when this happened. The authorities did a pretty good job of keeping this quiet. It happened in Southampton, England. 18-year-old University of Southampton finance student Henry Nowork was stabbed 5 times with an 8-inch Sikh ceremonial kirpan knife by 23-year-old Vikram Digwa Body cam footage shows Newark telling officers, "I've been stabbed and I can't breathe," while bleeding out. But police believing Digwa's false claim that Newark had racially abused him and knocked off his turban. Handcuffed and dying teen was killed as the killer stood nearby. And the officers literally said, "Don't think so, mate." So this is like a real life George Floyd situation where it's like the polar opposite. And this has sparked, which is weird because like they did a really good job of keeping a lid on this, has sparked not only protests, but like violent actions against the cops.
Yeah.
For one thing, there was no reason to handcuff that kid.
No.
Like, you don't like either show up and handcuff everybody until you determine anything, but I can't see it taking that long to determine that the kid was bleeding. So not only was he stabbed, I think he had a chest wound, might have nicked an artery, and then they say in the judge's response to
blood?
it. Well, I guess a lot of it was internal. That's why he couldn't breathe because he was literally choking on his own blood. So when you're handcuffed with your arms behind your back and your head's leaned down, it just makes it fucking worse because all the blood's fucking pulling up around your esophagus. But the judge's response was, well, he would have died anyway, which isn't necessarily true. Anytime you have internal bleeding, the big thing is don't move them because they might have internal bleeding because your body is going to try to clot for blood loss. But if you're getting jostled around, I mean, this is what DEI does. And the cops getting bricks thrown at them over there. I mean, and this reminded me of, granted, it wasn't murder, but this is the kind of shit that reminded me of COVID. Because everyone's like, oh, cops wouldn't do this, cops wouldn't do that. And cops go out and they're arresting people for going to church. And these cops are pieces of shit.
Oh,
absolutely. They didn't even assess the scene. And the scene didn't make any sense. Oh, you used a racial slur against me and knocked off my turban. I mean, if someone says they're stabbed, how long does it take to determine this person isn't armed? Let's check them. Nope, these dumbass cops who deserve to be put in prison, handcuff them, put them on the ground, and then, and it doesn't even matter what that judge said on like, oh, let's say he would have died no matter what.
Doesn't
matter. It's not the fact that he would have died, it's how he died.
Yes.
And there's a lot of outrage, and it's about time because people in England, Europe in general, are losing their way of life and their rights to all these foreigners that their dumbass elected officials let into the country.
Yeah.
It is illegal to carry a knife in England. But because this is a religious knife, he was able to keep it. And I don't know if you've seen what the knife looks like. It kind of looks like an ice pick. I mean, it's a very thin, it does taper up, but it's a thin knife. I mean, if you get stabbed with it, it's a poker for sure.
Yeah. But
he could carry it. And then the mom ended up getting convicted or charged. Let me see. Digma was convicted of murder in the Crown Court on July 1st, 2nd. We're not really sure because of time change and everything. Serving a life, get sentenced to life with a minimum of 21 years. His mother was convicted for helping so here's what happened. The guy tried to steal his phone. He said, like, no, you can't have my phone. So he stabbed him. Then he called his family. His family are the ones that called the cops, and they spun up this bullshit, he's a racist narrative. And then they hid the knife and all this shit. So the mother got convicted for trying to help hide the weapon. Incidentally, which I'm not going to lie, I do not feel bad about this at all. Right after being sentenced to life, minimum of 21 years, at the start, Vikram Digwa was reportedly assaulted at the HMP Armley with prison napalm, which is a mix of boiling water and sugar thrown in his face, causing serious burns.
God damn.
Yeah, apparently the sugar makes it stick, so it burns deeper. And yeah, I'm not going to lie and say that I wasn't happy to hear that happened.
Yeah, I have no sympathy for that. But real quick, maybe people watched, but I laughed at the first part of that. And it wasn't because of the story. It's because Josh said, UK whore stabbed. Like, you didn't pronounce horror right. You just said whore.
You know what? We'll have to go back to the tape because I was sort of like, why is he laughing? This so
Because you said
horrendously inappropriate.
UK horror stab. And I'm like, horror? So I was like, that's not the story at all.
You know what?
Was this
Good
Jack
for
the
you.
Ripper out there?
Good for you, Kevin.
So I have to go back. Because I knew what the story was. You just said that. I was like, what?
Well, and it's a fucked up story. Like
It is a fucked up story. And
the fact that they kept a lid on this for as long as they did.
I saw a little bit about it on X once in a while. Elon Musk, I think, posted about it a couple of
Oh no, they're super pissed at Elon Musk for shining a light on it.
Yeah.
And like, here's the thing too. It's not like I don't give a shit about the dude being a foreign. Like, these people are really known. They've been around the United States forever as being, in general, hardworking. They come to the country. They want to be hardworking, make a life for themselves in America. Unfortunately, because of stuff like this, they're trying to talk as one people, and that's not what you should do. You're not.
They're not
people.
assimilating. They're just bringing their country to another country and overrunning the country in their old ways.
Yeah, incidentally, the Sikhs are also this. A lot of the people that are going to get in trouble for the CDL accidents.
Yeah.
But like the part about this is not a race as far as like this Sikh dude stabbing a white dude. It's the fact that the white dude died in the manner that he did.
And the cops did nothing.
The racial sensitivity bullshit training they get.
Yep. This
That
DEI
should have nothing
bullshit.
to do with it. You sign up, or you show up, you assess the situation, you question everybody, and then you deal with it accordingly. What the fuck does this color of the skin have to do with anything?
No, it does. It shouldn't.
So I don't know. I don't get it. But that's a sad story. Glad the dude got found guilty, and he's going to serve at least 21 years.
I'm glad somebody burned his face off.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad. It's kind of like Brad Pitt in Inglourious Bastards. Yeah, you gotta be able to take that uniform off.
Yeah.
We got a little something for you.
Yep.
Sugar burn.
Sugar burn.
So that does rack up happenings a week, and thankfully, even though Matt couldn't make it tonight, he did leave us his movie review. And what is Matt's movie review brought by again, Kevin? Who sponsors that?
Matt's churn butter.
Oh, it is brought to you by Matt's Churn Butter. So Matt's movie review of the week, everybody, brought to you by.
I churn butter and review movies, and I'm all out of butter.
Matt's churn butter, no butter's better.
We give him the title. He watches the movie. You get the opinion you never asked for. This is Matt's weekly movie review.
I like movies.
Hey everybody, it's your favorite movie reviewer, Matt, and if you're seeing this, it means that I'm sadly not with you this week. I'm sorry, I meant to be on here this week, but it just didn't work out that way, so I apologize. I will hopefully try to be there next week. Anyway, with this week's movie review, it's also my winner of the week, and it's the movie Obsession. So this movie, you've probably heard of it. Everybody's heard of it by now. It's a small-time movie, and it's blown up. It's been crazy. With me, horror movies aren't really my favorite. I don't go out of my way. I'll watch them, and I don't mind them. It's not I get scared of them or anything like that. I just don't go out of my way to watch them. It's whatever. Usually the stories are kind of the same old thing and just too far out there and just whatever. But this movie, I kept hearing great things about it and how good it was doing in the box office and breaking records and everything. So I just had to see it. I had to see if it was all hype or if it was really good. And because what I heard, and I did research on it, this movie, it cost about $750,000 to make and produce, and that's like junk change in Hollywood. The director is a kind of, not anymore, but he was a kind of a no-name director. He was best known for very, very small rate movies that really just went on YouTube, and he was known for his YouTube videos. And most of the people in this movie our buddies of his that were in some of his movies haven't really been in anything else. The main actress, I think you pronounce it Indy Navarrete, and she was in Superman and Lois for a while, the TV show. So she's probably the biggest name on there. And she definitely deserves it after watching this movie. And she did such a great job in this. It was such a weird, creepy role. Very difficult. And she just knocked it out of the park. She made this movie. But anyway, so $750,000 to produce this movie. It has done something that no other movie has done since E.T. in 1982. And especially for a horror movie to do this, it's unheard of. And what it did, it increased every weekend. It would increase its gross in the box office. Now I got some numbers here. So weekend one, it made $17.2 million. And this is domestically. Weekend two, it made $23.9 million. So it went up 39%. And then on top of that, weekend three, it made $26.4 million. So another 10%. Weekend four, it did kind of go down a little bit. Still $25.6 million. So it's crazy. To date, domestically, it's made $161.2 million. Internationally, it's made $73.2 million. So worldwide, $234.5 million with a $750,000 budget. So I think they're doing pretty good. I think everybody in there deserves a raise for this, and I'm sure they're getting something from the director and the studio. So yeah, so I had to check this movie out. Once I heard all that, I had to check this movie out. It even beat Mandalorian and Grogu in its third weekend. To beat for a horror movie to beat a Star Wars movie, it's nuts. So I had to check this out, and it was actually really good. Again, like I said, the Indy Navarrete, the main girl in this movie, she just blew it out of the water. She was great. Basically what this movie is about is this guy is obsessed with this girl. Like we've all kind of been there, and when we were growing up, we get this girl and it's like, okay, can't stop thinking about her, want her to date. They've been friends for a long time, but it's only been friends. He won't do it. He wants to be like, hey, he wants to kind of progress the relationship a bit, but he's too much of a chicken shit to do it. So instead, he goes to buy her necklace, ends up buying this One Wish Willow thing. And the person at the store even tries to warn him, and all over the box, it warns, hey, don't do this. You probably shouldn't buy this, but hey, here you go. So he ends up making a wish that she loves him more than anybody else. And I'm not going to ruin a whole lot about this movie other than this stuff, and it's all been in the trailers. And if you haven't seen this movie yet, you're probably one of the very few that haven't. But yeah, you got to be careful what you wish for. After watching this movie, that's basically what it's saying. Be careful what you wish for, and don't be a dick. If you know that something's happening, if you know to somebody that apparently you love, and something not very good is happening to this person, and it's not that person anymore, don't be a fucking dick. You think the girl is the villain in this movie. That's what the trailer wants you to think. Just, it's different. The movie is so good. Again, the director is no-name YouTube content, handful of small projects that most people probably haven't heard of. Most of the cast, again, you probably don't know anybody in this except for Andy Richter, was in this movie he's in it for maybe a minute or two. And you don't know who it is. So again, really good movie. I would honestly give this movie about an 8.2 to an 8.5. And again, I'm not a horror fan. I don't like horror movies because they're all kind of the same. You know what's going to happen. This movie is fucking crazy. It's got the jump scares. It's got the craziness, and it's so creepy and frightening. It's uncomfortable, and a lot of people in this movie, the whole theater was packed when I went the other day. It's so uncomfortable it makes you laugh, and it's funny, and it's like, what is this chick doing? What is happening right now? And you can't help but laugh at it. So yeah, for me, it gets about an 8.2, 8.5 out of 10. If you're a horror fan, you're going to love it, and it's an easy recommendation for you. Even if you're like me and you don't normally go to horror movies, you don't watch it, definitely see this movie. It's good. You're going to like it. Definitely want to check it out, see what all the buzz is about. And I think with this one, the buzz is definitely worth it. So yeah, just let me know in the comments down below what you want me to do going forward. I believe I'm going to do the Steven Spielberg movie over the weekend. I'm going to go see that. So for right now, for the life of me, I can't remember the name of it, but I'm going to go see that. And that is going to be my movie review next week. But please let us know what you want me to do going forward. And yeah, we'll see you next week, Cinephiles.
I like movies.
Going to
Masters
be.
of the Universe. Masters of the Universe.
He needs to see that, but he's going to be seeing the Disclosure Project or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I'm seeing that on Saturday.
Yeah, but he needs to see Masters of the Universe.
Disclosure Day. He does need to see that. He didn't
that's
grow up watching He-Man, so he might not.
I went to the theaters to watch it. I thought it was awesome.
And what people don't understand is that's a big to-do. You know what? I'll do a quick impromptu review of He-Man. Go watch it.
Yeah, that's it.
Even if you've never seen He-Man, you're not into it, you didn't watch a cartoon, you will laugh your ass off. It is a good movie. Just remember that it is based on a 1980s cartoon.
And it's got the 1980s comedy to it.
Yeah, it's kind of like corny, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But I was surprised because I was like, there's a good chance they're going to fuck this up. And I think they did well. And I'm not overly surprised that Obsession beat the Mandalorian and Grogu because that movie was shit. Like I said, it was an okay 3 episodes of the show, but it wasn't.
I've never even heard of that Obsession movie. I don't think I've looked at I don't think I've seen a trailer. I didn't know what it was when Matt said he was going to do it. I thought it was some weird thing.
Yeah, I saw previews for it because I've been seeing a lot of movies this year. So
yeah, well, I hadn't. So
yeah,
I once wrote a short story called Obsession.
Was it about you obsessing?
Nope. But it was a pretty good story, I thought. But,
you used to write, and then life broke you down.
Yeah. I still try it once in a while, but endings are hard.
Endings are hard. That generally ruins a lot of shit.
Yeah.
You can have a real good movie going, and if they don't end it correctly in a book, it ruins the entire story.
Yeah. Hello, M. Night Shyamalan and your fucking, what is it? Stupid one where they're in modern day, but I don't know. I can't remember what it was. They're olden times, but
Are
it
you
was in
talking about
modern
The
day.
Village?
Yeah, that fucking movie was the worst.
And the hype building up to them.
And
There's something strange about M. Night. Don't notice the crows circling him as he walks.
And I'm like, I'll never forgive him for that fucking movie. I've never been so fucking mad when a movie ended. Never so mad. But I digress. Yeah, I want to hear about Disclosure Day.
Should be good. I think Steven Spielberg is a little over the top with his. Apparently, he said that this movie is going to make Christians question their faith or something like that. So,
whatever.
Like, way to set your movie up for failure, but
yeah. Why would you say that?
I don't know. It's got mixed reviews. Like, there's a lot of people that love it and hate it. So, because I checked, it's like currently at a 6.8.
Really?
So, but there's a lot of people that gave it 7 and 8s, and there's some people that just flat out fucking hated it. So, that's a small number, but
yeah, but it's out there. All right. Well, I got early day tomorrow, so let's end this.
we will end this. And just so you know, tonight's music video, Section 8 Heaven, is based on the shirt. All of our songs are based on our merch, but this was from a fucking random conversation Kevin and I had about religion like 3 or 4 years ago. So
Yeah,
it's a good one.
It's a good one.
We hope you enjoy.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm Kevin.
And I'm Josh.
And this was the lost art of common sense.
Common sense.
Common sense. Keep that vinyl spinning.
And remember, don't be boring, be a pirate. We'll see you next week, everybody. Enjoy the music video.
Woo!
Keep that vinyl spinning production. Custom MVs from the lost art of common sense. We keep it real, we keep it loud, we keep it spinning. Keep that vinyl spinning production. Vinyl spinning.
I heard once that people believe there's different levels of heaven. If that's true, I know exactly where I'll be going.
I never robbed no bank or shot a man down cold, but I've been a few commandments when the bush light takes its hold. I love my mama, paid my taxes most of the time, cheated at cards on Friday night, but I always dropped a dime. When I reached them pearly gates, St. Peter's gonna grin, say, son, you ain't no saint, but you ain't going down again. There's heaven, heaven for the pure and clean, but there's a Section 8 heaven for folks like me. Yeah, a little spot up in the clouds where the good old boys run free. Section 8 heaven, here's the triple wide heaven for me. I cussed a little, fought a little, ran my tab up at the bar, held the door for the ladies, helped my neighbor with his hoopty ass car. Never preached from no pulpit, never sang in the choir, but I tip my hat to Jesus for saving me from hell's fire. When I reach them pearly gates, St. Peter's gonna grin, say, son, you ain't no saint, but you ain't going down again. There's heaven, heaven for the pure and clean, but there's a Section 8 heaven for folks like me. Yeah, a little spot up in the clouds where the good old boys run free. Section 8 heaven, here's the triple wide heaven for me. I walk that line between the narrow and the wide. Ain't got no halo, but I ain't walking with the other side. There's heaven, heaven for the pure and clean, but there's a Section 8 heaven for folks like me. Yeah, a little spot up in the clouds where the good old boys run free. Section 8 heaven, here's the triple wide heaven for me. Section 8 heaven, where the lot fees are free.